Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Moving the Magnets for the game between the Pies and the Lions. It is selection night. Teams are set to come out at 6:20. We will find out whether Jeremy Howe is fit to perform. It's time to talk all things black and white. A very good evening to those early birds in the chat. Welcome. I hope you're all doing super well. I'm curious, were some of you a little bit worried that there wasn't a stream set up until 5:25 p.m. Don't worry, we're here. We're here. We got there. Beaten by the bruzzer, some will say. So, what can we expect tonight? From what we're hearing, Bobby Hill, not selected. And then Jeremy Howe, the question is he fit to play or is he fit to perform? And then we can also talk about this Stephen May conversation that I've sort of just generated through the video I posted earlier today. So what we'll do is in a moment, we will go through Fly's pre-game press conference. I actually haven't listened to it. I've heard like bits and pieces, paraphrasing and whatnot, but I actually have not listened to it. So we'll listen to it together and we'll read into it, but yeah, from there, that's it. That's it. When I didn't see a scheduled stream today, I called my lawyer. Don't worry, mate. We're here. Hey, Baz, welcome, mate. Are you good? How he plays? Nicole, how are you? How is Howe good to perform? How is Jeremy Howe good to perform, but not Bobby? Question mark. Asks Bailey Owen. Hey, champs, Kynan, here he is. Hey. All right, shall we then? Let's have a listen. Check 3 times for live. Don't worry, trust. Moving the Magnets is here. Let's get into it. Let me know if there is news on. Yep. We'll talk about Stephen May after this pre-game press conference. Let me know if there's any echo.
Bobby play this week?
No, Bobby won't play. We've made a decision on that, and no, he won't play this week.
How difficult was that to come to that decision?
Yeah, it was really difficult. I told him before training, just based on a lot of little things. It was this conversation that was hard for him to hear, but it's reality of where we're at right now with his preparation. And credit to him, he trained really, really well, and that shows how far he's come in the last period. He's working hard to get back, and he's this is not permanent. It's not permanent, but this week he's not available.
Okay, so before we get any deeper than that, so he finds out, Bobby Hill, before training that he's not going to get selected. So they clearly have had their mind made up for some time, because if he was worth any consideration, they would have wanted to see how Bobby goes in this main training session before the game. It's unfortunate. It really is. It's unfortunate, but we just got to roll with and trust the coaches on this one. I mean, what else can you do? We've all had our opinions. We've all shared how we feel about this whole thing. So there's little things missing in Bobby's game right now. Probably more so to do with conditioning than anything. Does that language, this tone suggest to me that maybe Bobby could be selected for the grand final? I'd like to think that Bobby thinks that. I mean, Bobby thought he was a chance. By the sounds of this conversation right here, it sounds like Bobby, up until today, before training, thought he was a chance. So hopefully, if we win, I mean, nothing's impossible, but something has to go wrong with a player, I think, in game to be considered to drop someone for a grand final. So let's continue on.
Were the little things about him or about the team?
Both. Yeah, it's a good question.
Were the little things about him or about the team?
Both. Yeah, it's a good question, because there's a selection integrity part of always when we go to match committee. It's about what's the integrity of form and other parts of it, and then there's the high performance nature of it. How much work have you done? And then there's the tactical part where what does the team need right now, and in certain roles, from all things from sub to other parts. So it's a really good question, and that was part of the conversation.
I just think the biggest thing is the integrity. I genuinely don't even know if it's a conditioning. I think we know maybe it's a slight moral dilemma. It's a issue where it's not a good look And that's just the way they're going to roll with it. So be it. So be it.
Yeah, Howie's going to ask a lot of questions too. We're going to go to match committee and make a decision on him. We're going to sort of marry up all his loads and how much he's been able to do in recent time, and we'll decide this afternoon.
Just on Bobby, by the way.
All right. Let's get a poll going. Let's get a poll going on Jeremy Howe. Do you think Collingwood will select Howe? So the question isn't, would you select Jeremy Howe? I'm asking you, do you think Collingwood will select Jeremy Howe? That's something I'm curious to hear in the chat. $50-50 for me about Jeremy Howe, as their tools don't worry me much. It's more their smalls, and Howe won't. So, all right, let's look at it this way. If Jeremy Howe doesn't play this week, you put him almost in the same bracket or the same category as Bobby Hill, probably wouldn't play a grand final. If we win, we then play against a Geelong side who have Shannon Neal and Jeremy Cameron, which you'd hope we're wise enough to know that you'd want a Jeremy Howe in that side to deal with those great forwards. And then if we play Hawthorn in a grand final, if we get there, we play against Jack Jack Gunston, who's kicked 70-odd goals. Cunt. And then you got Mitchell Lewis. And then you got Mabior Chol. And then Cal Shadir is also in the frame. So you get through a side like Brisbane who don't have polarizing key forwards right now, besides Logan Morris, who's young. You sort of have to set your team up knowing that if we play a grand final, we're playing against premier forwards. Jeremy Cameron, Jack Gunston, Shannon Neal, and then the co-cast of Hawthorn, their forwards, will do a job as well. All right, let's keep it rolling. Okay, so 88% of you think Collingwood will select Howe. Based on what I just thought through in my mind, based on the fact of who we would be playing the following week, I think you've got to play Jeremy Howe in the prelim, find out, and live with it. It's a risk. If you're not taking Bobby Hill in as a risk, then take Jeremy Howe in as the risk, and let it be. And then that way he gets a game under his belt, and he's prepared for a Jeremy Cameron, Shannon Neal, Jack Gunston, Mitchell Lewis, Cal Shadir, Mabior Chol, whatever it may be. So, how's that? Jack who? Let's keep rolling.
Was the leadership group part of that decision
This afternoon.
Just on Bobby, by the way. Was the leadership group part of that decision as well?
Oh, somewhat. Yeah, we're having ongoing conversations all the time about our list and where we fit, and Bobby's part of those conversations. There's a lot of layers to it.
That's Brody Wycheck.
Brody will play. It's hard to keep him out of the team. Even the training track, he's out there training really well this week, and he's fit and available.
Just on Bobby.
Brody Myercheck. Important to have him in the side. If we're to play slow and we need to put an impediment in front of Harris Andrews, one of them could be a Brody Myercheck, and then Mason Cox and double team as well at sometimes. Cox gets Harris Andrews from behind, and checkers can checkmate him from the front.
Good fight. Could you pick him for a grand final if you are to progress?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I don't want to take away hope for the young lad, and he's progressing towards that. Like, I mentioned that to him. Just please, keep training well, keep turning up, keep being here, being present, and keep getting better every day, as we always say. There may be a world where that could be true.
Just on Jeremy, is it a risk? Do you see it as a risk playing him at the tournament?
Without Bobby being selected, Jeremy Howe is a risk you'd be willing to take. Let's see what he says.
We're going to weigh up right now, is he fit to play or fit to perform? And that's been our mantra all year, based on lessons learnt last year, and the high performance team will present.
Lessons are learned, trophies earned. Thanks, Benny, for the 5 gifted Pies Footy memberships, brother. I appreciate you. Welcome to those 5 who have been welcomed gracefully into the club, and that includes Black and White United and the Bazman. Welcome, welcome.
Those numbers in front of us, around loads and other things, and then we just got to weigh up what's best for the team this week.
As an older, experienced team, was the week off beneficial? We talk about the weeks by play, then week off. Does that give you an advantage given the demographic of your list?
I think our best historically has been when we've got a bit of a break. We saw that this year. We had 3 games in 12 days, and we looked really tired against the Hawks. And we've been pretty deliberate from then to making sure our list is really sharpening the sword towards this game and the coming weeks.
Hold on, Joshy Jacobs. Hold on. What does Tom Morris say? Collingwood will name Jeremy Howe tonight and expect him to play. He trained fully today, so his selection isn't unexpected, even if Craig McRae couldn't fully confirm it at 11:15 this morning. All right. There's the calculated risk. There we go. By the way, where's this Jaden Stevenson thing coming from? Is he actually potentially going to be returning to AFL footy? Just curious. Just wondering. Is he actually? Is that a troll? Stewie, by the way, you said don't quote flogman Tom Morris. You said don't quote Jake Niall from The Age about Bobby Hill, and they got that right. I guess the thing is, well, when it comes to these like selection announcements that come on the day of, they're normally pretty spot on. So I take that with great value in those tweets. And then anything around Bobby Hill, when it comes to will he play, is he training, what's going on, they've been pretty accurate this year, which is why when I saw that tweet from Jake Niall early in the week, any whispers have been pretty spot on with it. So I think that's why we roll with that. Stevenson has been presenting himself to clubs in order to make a comeback. Okay, cool. On The Age, he's calling clubs to try return. Righto. Sometimes, look, it's one of those things when you're young and look, guys, this industry, the sports entertainment world, the faces of the game we're all young. If you're 18 to 35, you could probably make a case more for those who are 30 and older. But for the most part, these are kids who are making mistakes and learning under the spotlight. So, and sometimes as Steve-O thinks, it's what he thinks AFL is, whatever it is, and then he leaves the system and realizes what he's missing. You can't knock a man for figuring it out in that fashion. That's sometimes they're ill-guided. Sometimes they need to figure it out themselves and see it for themselves. If he gets back into the league, good for him. Good for him. I really all the best. But you got to learn. You got to learn one way or the other, and they do it all under the spotlight. All right, let's keep going with this press conference. Is there any more value in this press conference? Shall I keep going?
Lucky enough to make it that far. Yeah, you go. Go ahead. No, I think our list is matured a lot in terms of what we need and how much time we need. Jared Waite's.
Don't know what's happened to the mic of this interview. This interview, the mic's been pretty good recently, but yeah, Flyers one no good.
Amazing job with his team about peaking at the right time, if you like, and we'd like to think we're coming good at the right time.
You played Brisbane 6 odd weeks ago, so just in terms of where you were at that point and where you are now, what do you see as a difference, if anything?
Yeah, I watched it back yesterday and I got real excited for what we've got now. Learned some really good lessons around that time, around what our energy levels were on as a group. We had a lot of players out of that game that make us better, by McCreary particularly, Jordan.
I was about to say it, but I was going to say, look at the players that were. That's a reality. That's real. Who was out for Collingwood against Brisbane when we played them at the G? DeGoey, McCreary. DeGoey was subbed out. Bobby Hill was the sub. McCreary was out. Billy Frampton was out. Jeremy Howe was also out, wasn't he? And then maybe a forward was out, maybe another forward, but still that's all the players.
First game, back, and you see what he's able to do in the last weeks or so, and and also watching where they got us in that game and how much growth we've got from us from that period. So there's an excitement there.
You feel the Mason Cox edition made you a better side?
Well, it certainly gave us an avenue to be able to get the ball to ground, which then can make us better. To say exactly makes us a better team, that may be a bit of a stretch, but playing a role within your team certainly makes us better.
Was there a specific theme of the mid-training meeting in the stairwell there?
We go in there every session. That we set up the structure for the stoppage stuff to be able to do the match play, and a couple of little tactical things that we want to just show or train before we go out and play.
Well, Billy Frampton's role in 2023 is famous, iconic. Have you considered it this week, given Harris Andrews' form?
We've always got a plan for Harris, whether we start that way or we go to it when he's maybe hurting us a bit much. He's such an incredible intercept marker and sets up a lot of their defence. So we'll be no different this time. We'll have some plan around what his influence can be.
1 win away from a grand final. How does the pressure and emotion of the prelim compare to the big stage?
So plan for Harris Andrews, but we're not quite sure what that is. I saw Stu's comment in the chat. We could build a nightclub for Ugelhagen as well. That kills me, bro. That's so good. Stu, you a rogue, brother. You a rogue. You got some funny shit in there, in the kit bag, my friend. I will say that.
Yeah, it's always probably the hardest game to win of the year. I feel the prelims. The neutral crowd somewhat. Ideally, we get a bit more than that this week against Brisbane, but everything matters. There's such a big outcome for the winner and a huge loss for the loser. There's such incentives to just go for it, and we're excited for that. It's not our first prelim for a lot of guys in the building, and we know the excitement for what that brings. So there's been a real energy for that.
A point of difference is Beau McCreary when he goes into centre bounce. We saw even at times against the Crows what he can do in there, and just a different option for the rest of the group.
His lateral movement, his pressure, his energy, his ability to get the ball back or win it for us. He's a bit of a weapon for us, and like I said, he didn't play against it last time.
We know the danger of the
Huge centre bounce. Beau McCreary has been, whenever he's in, you just feel a bit. There's that sense of calm when you see Beau in that centre bounce. It's just going to provide some balance, and he might not get the ball, but you see the man just posturing up for that centre bounce, for that ball to be bounced in the middle. There's just something that's just calming. It's like that lavender oil that you put on your pillow, or the lavender scent in the diffuser. There's just something about it that you just go, yep, I feel better with this balance between a Beau, Nick, Scott, Beau, Geordie, Scott, Ned, whatever it may be. I love it.
Dacos brothers, but the Ashcrofts, how dangerous are they in this Lions team?
Yeah, well, they got many. Like you lose Lockie Neal, and then Ashcroft comes in and plays more mid-time. It's Bogic gets busy again. But the Ashcroft brothers are good. I remember his dad. He wasn't as good as his sons. But, good to see him. I'll give him a shout out. He couldn't even get him a seat for the game last week. That was interesting.
How have you managed the weeks off either side of the qualifying final?
Yeah, I think there's been an opportunity to really set ourselves for the opposition. We had a set target against Adelaide. We knew who we were playing. This one's been a bit different. We've been preparing ourselves for 10 plus days now, not really knowing who we're playing until early this week. And there's a benefit in that for us. I think we get tactically some things and some strategic things that we've been putting in place. Time will tell, of course, but we've had a long side of this game.
Just back on Mason, I don't know if you mentioned already, is he locked into play?
Yeah, Mason will play.
Yeah,
Mason will play. We'll be reasonably unchanged, just decide what we do around how we...
So Mason Cox gets another run. What does that mean for McStay? What does that mean? Ella de Manny Costo. Nato. Hey. Ones in the chat if you want Manny to feature in the Discord. Ones in the chat. Let me see some ones in the chat if you want Manny to jump on Discord right here, right now to give us a rev up. What do you reckon? Another soothing thing. We talk about lavender diffuser. How about your dad's cologne on your pillow? I reckon that's one as well. That's soothing, isn't it? Are we getting ones? Are we getting ones in the chat or what? Let me see. It's got to be unanimous. Oh, shit. Ah, shit. Here we go. Chris. Manny. Just Manny, Chris. It's too much testosterone if you jump on as well. Too much testosterone. Hello, Manny. Boys. Boys. Where are you, bro? Hello, Manny. Join, mate. Join the Discord. We're waiting for you. We miss you. 678-999-821, baby. Kiss me to the phone, and I'll see you when I get home. Right, Manny, come on, bro, hurry up. Yesterday, Mac. Hey, that's better, chronological. Now that name, it looks seamless. It's transitional. It's good. It's contemporary. It's Vogue. Yeah, the brackets mix sucker makes it look a bit geriatric kind. I love it. I love it. A little chronological cigarro nato. Streaming at 8:30 tonight. Sorry, I got it wrong last night. I apologize. It wasn't last night. It's tonight, 8:30, 5-hour marathon. Ella.
Hello to my lacquer. What happened there?
Where you been, bro? You see the ones in the chat or what?
Yeah, I'm looking the gates today. Look, I'm running. What are you doing?
You riding the donkeys in Lesvos or what? Where are
you? Yeah, you know what I did the other day there? I was on the donkey, right? I was on the donkey with the Collingwood song playing on my phone, the Collingwood theme song, right? Yeah. And I was riding the donkey up and down the village there, going right on with it. Good old Collingwood. Yeah, fucking A today. What's happening there? You lifting or what?
Miss you,
Are you
bro.
lifting?
I miss you.
It's all right, bro. A few more months. I'll be back soon. More months. Are you lifting or what? Yeah, are we lifting or what? It's getting close now, mate.
Slowly but surely. What's the mood in Greece? What are you feeling?
Oh, we're gonna get the job done today. Hard game. We're gonna get a few things right. Don't get beaten on the lead by Logan Morris. Stop him, right? Stop Logan Morris. Don't get caught on the lead. With Harris Andrews, right? Our forwards have to get him on the lead. He's slow. Don't bomb the ball in because he's going to have a field day. So get Harris Andrews on the lead. He's slow. Get him on the lead. Right, expose him. Well, you know what I'll be doing? I'll be pulling a wild card and I'll be playing Jamie Elliott, right, on Andrews. So I'll be playing Elliott on Andrews, right? So
keep
our players can see
on a lead-up player.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's what I'll be putting Jamie Elliott on Andrews, and I'll be telling the boys, as soon as you see Jamie leading, you hit him on the chest. Don't sit there bombing the ball in. Oh, we've got Cox down there, so Cox might do something. So we've got Cox down there. So we'll see. And if they tag Nick Dacos from the first bounce, Fly has to tag Will Ashcroft straight away. Put a tag on him.
But if they tag Nick Dacos, then they're gonna have problems with Jordan De Goey, prelim Geordie.
Oh, you know what I'm doing then? If they tag Nick Dacos, you know what I'm telling Nick? Nick, go tag Will Ashcroft. Go tag him. Right, so you play both play off each other, teach him a lesson, right? That way you can break the tag.
I think if you see them standing next to each other at the centre bounce, they'll shake hands and probably won't see each other again for the rest of the game.
Exactly. Now with Bobby on 50-50, I'm like you, right? You wanted him in, then you thought about it. I want him in. He might change the game. I don't know. The coach is talking about what do you call it? About integrity. He's talking about other malakis. I'm not sure whether Bobby Hills had a drug problem because he's looking skinny. I'm not sure. I'm just assuming, like a malaka, but I don't know. He looks real skinny, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, there's a few things. Look, at this point, it doesn't matter what we think. He hasn't been selected, so now we just have to. We've got a job, don't we, Manny? You know.
We've got a job, and so what we do is fuck it. Bring Howe in, bring Jeremy Howe in, and put Parker on the bench for backup. Right. Hopefully, Parker can play another role if Howe stays healthy all game, and he can get through the whole game. We can play Parker in another role, maybe on the wing. But if you play Parker as a sub, if Howe goes down, at least we've got another defender, right, to back up.
So Parker sub, you reckon?
Yeah, just if they play Howe, I'm putting Parker as sub just for backup. because I don't think we'll be able to manage it with only with
So is Rowan
with
still out, in
Frampton
your
and.
opinion?
Well, I don't know, man. Rowan's still out. Yeah, Rowan's still out. Just put Parker for backup because we can get hurt in the defensive line if our defenders go down. So just say now they don't play. Just say now they don't play Howe, right? And they play more Frampton and Bruzzy, and something happens to one of them, we're in trouble.
Yeah, well, Will Parker is not even close to one of those three players when it comes to defensive acumen, though, and size and physicality.
Yeah.
So they're not in the same conversation, are they?
Yeah, well, they've got two tall forwards. They got that Logan, that Morris, and they got the other new bloke. I forgot his name now. He played a lot last week.
Gallup.
There's a new bloke. Yeah, Gallup. Yeah, Gallup.
But then they got Archie and they got McInerney and Darcy Fort rotating through.
Yeah, I know. They got heaps of them, bro. They got heaps of them, bro. They got Rayner.
Yeah?
They got no. They got Rayner. They got the other bloke. What's his name again? They kick goals in the grand final from the boundary line. What's his name?
McCluggage.
The young bloke there.
Bailey.
No, I mean, they got McCluggage as well. Yeah, Bailey. He's dangerous. And don't worry, I'll guarantee you this week that Rayner will not break any of Bruzzy's tackles. I'm telling Bruzzy, as soon as you see Rayner coming towards you, you annihilate him. Drive him straight into the ground like against the Crows.
Hmm.
I don't know there. I'm nervous about this one. This is a big game, bro. If we get this done, we're real close now. This is the hurdle. We've got to jump this hurdle. If we can get this done there, Paul, we're going to be laughing, bro. I'm telling you, laughing.
Oh, we'll enjoy it. We'll enjoy it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What time will the game be on for you?
No, it's 11 o'clock here now. 11 o'clock here now. So by the time it starts at what time? 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Probably. So what?
So you'll be pissed at 9 a.m. You'll be pissed at 9 a.m. is what you're trying to say.
Nah, I can't be pissed there. I've got to look after the old man. I can't be pissed.
No, fair enough.
Can't be on the Uber there.
Ticados.
Ah, yeah, a bit of tobacco.
Wadox.
I went to the I'm watching it now. I called the ferry to the city there, Mytilene, in the pub there, and I watched it there.
You actually caught the ferry to watch the footy.
Yeah, half an hour ride there. Had to. I'm catching it again. Hey, can't saw me walk in there. I was losing in the pub there. Going right off.
Were there other supporters watching?
Loving it. Nah, there was a few young lads there with me. They were in a few bit of there, but they're watching the game there. They love Collingwood. I said I've got more Greek supporters now. Collingwood supporters.
Bravo.
We'll see. What's your brother doing there? Is he buzzing about Bobby not getting selected?
I think he's sort of just. I saw a message. Let me see what he said in the comments. Hold on. He said this, man.
No, he says something.
He goes, the Collingwood culture is too strong now. They won't reward Bobby, who has been running amok, letting his teammates down over someone who rocks up to work every day. Simple. That's the Bobby situation. And I think that's where we're all at the moment. It is what it is. He hasn't been selected.
We don't know the ins and outs, bro. That's the problem there. If me and you were there, we'll work out what's going on. We don't know the ins and outs. We don't know exactly what's going on. There could be more. There could be more of a situation that we know there. We're just assuming. You know what I mean?
I'm seeing a lot of Will Hoskin-Elliott talk in the chat. He's not going to play, is he?
Oh, I don't know what Floyd does, buddy. He might make him a swingman.
Interesting. I'm seeing a lot of hyphen in the chat. A lot of hyphen. What's okay? Well, wait. Are we there yet, or do we save the Manny rev up for the pregame show? What do you want? You want to do it now or save the pregame?
I can't rev up too much. No, pregame. Like, I'll do it once today. I can't do it 2 times. The old boy will lose the plot today. We have flashbacks from the war there. Vietnam War.
Right. So
can't carry on too much. The goats will start losing it. This is the village, eh? This is not Adelaide or Melbourne, but this is the village, man. Yeah.
So, well, is that tomorrow then or Saturday? Because we've got the pre-game show and then we've got the pre-game show again Saturday.
Nah, it's got to be the Saturday one, mate. We just got to erupt. We've got to erupt before the game on Saturday.
So that will be at about.
If I can get on. If I'm on the field.
I'll probably do it about 2 p.m. Melbourne time.
Hey, Malaka, listen. Hey, Malaka, listen. Right? How about you now? Right? How about you give them a rev up before the game, right, and lift them all, right, and do it before the prelim. If you can't get up, you're getting up for the mechanic there. You charge me $500 for a starter motor. Get them up before the game there. Lift them if I can't make it.
That's your space. That's you, bro.
Yeah, I know, bro. But if I'm saying, if I can't get on, right, because I'm stuck over here, I won't be able to lift them. Someone's got to lift them. Get your brother on to lift. Now, you know, hey, Kevy's lifting. Get Kevy on. Kevy's starting to lift a bit.
Well, we'll call. Kev. We'll call Kevin. If you're not, we'll get Kevin. Kev can do the rev up then. If you're not in.
Yeah, get Kev to do the rev. Yeah, Kev's starting to lift now. He's starting to lift.
Chris is saying, "Pies footy go."
All right,
Manny say.
Hopefully, we get. Hey, listen. Everyone's going to get we're going to get the job done. All right, simple. We're going to go out there from the first bounce. You understand? Listen, you're starting to rev me up now, Hiddy. I know your tricks, right?
Pussy cunt in the village, and you're saying you can't make noises. I think I missile, man. Show me on Hiddy. Show me on Hiddy.
Hey, listen. You know what needs to be done? Exactly what we've done against the Crows. From the first bounce, intense pressure. If we bring that pressure, and we bring that attitude, we'll give it to them. I'm telling you, if we can get on top of them, 5-6 goals in the first quarter or half time, we've broken them. We're laughing. If it's a tight game and we do any malakias, they're going to get over us. So it's critical, right? Let's get the job done. You rev them up. We'll get Kevy on Saturday, right? And hopefully we'll get the job done. I'll send you a message after the game.
Hold on. Actually, can you send us a voice recording and I'll play it on the pregame show? You'll probably be sleeping because Saturday, it'll be like 5 a.m. when I do the pregame show. Send me on Discord tomorrow night or at some point in the next 24 hours. Send me a Discord voice message. Give us about a minute rev up, yeah. And if you're not awake, then I can play it on the stream at the very least.
Malaka, why don't you rev them up, right? It's a prelim final there. What are you doing? What are you gonna? Are you sleeping in Malaka? You rev them up, but it's a pretty. If we win the prelim and we make it to a granny and I'll get on after, and I'm walking around the olive trees and I'll see you and you're glum and you're not lifting and tossing chairs around and going right on with it after make a granny. Right, I'm gonna message you. Are you going to prelim?
I'm gonna be at home with. I'm gonna be home with Chris.
Oh, that's all right. Better. What? You couldn't get 2 tickets?
Yeah, I couldn't get a ticket for Chris, so.
There was Chris. I know, man. It's going to be on big time. It's not easy, bro. Hopefully we can get it done. It's not going to be easy, but we'll see. We'll see, bro.
All right.
Oliver.
Yeah, så fyller. Yeah.
All right, take it easy. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, fucking lift. I'm telling you. Fucking lift. Yeah.
Fucking nutcase. Chris, come on. All right. Come on. What Benny said, give the people the call of Reacher. Yeah, come on. We got about 7-8 minutes. We can chat. Come on, Frank. Get on. Reacher, get on. Benny, thanks to the 5. Of course. Your wish is my command. Play Beethoven 7th Symphony backing up the rev. I'll sort something out, Stewie. Don't worry. We'll make it. We'll make it a weekly ritual. Lift. Come on, guys. You know I'm. Here we go, Frank. Hold on, Frank. Yeah, you're on mute, Frank.
You got me?
Yeah, righto.
Yeah, righto.
What's going on?
Why are you pissing around for, man?
I'm not, bro. It's Thursday night. We've got to keep a fucking lid. We've got to keep a lid on it.
Preliminary final, mate. Nah, I'm not copping that shit. Hey, there's no handshakes tomorrow, man. On Saturday, sorry, no handshakes. Darcy Moore, as soon as he goes in the middle for the coin toss with Harris Andrews, no handshake. Win the toss, straight back to the huddle.
That's it.
Scream at every cunt's face in the huddle. All right, and as soon as, like Manny said, as soon as someone gets the chance to fuck and line that Rayner cunt up, line him up. That's it. Vicious tackling, man. From the get-go. It's our home game, our prelim. All right, we're going to go in the grand final and smoke Geelong or fucking Hawthorn, and that's it. 2025 premiers, 2 flags in 3 years, mate. Yeah? With that camera phone, yeah?
We've got Manny's protege next up. The heir apparent, huh? Right here. Righto. On a serious note.
What do you got, man? You're the voice of the fucking Collingwood community, mate. Come on.
I do it in a different
Anthony
way.
now.
I do it in a different way. I do it in a different way, bro. You see
Come
me.
on, man. Are we going to crack open a beer on Saturday night?
Hold on, champ. You were at training today, yes?
I was.
Okay, so we're hearing Howe's in, Parker's out. That's what we're hearing right now, officially.
Howe's in, Parker out.
Yep. I think that's what we're hearing.
And what? And what?
That's pretty much it.
And what?
That's it.
So why'd you ask if I was at training?
I mean, I was going to say, what did you see much in Rowan Steele and Will Parker? Were they wearing black? Were they wearing white?
No, I didn't see Rowan Steele. I didn't take notice of Rowan Steele. I did see Will Parker doing a bit.
Yeah, right.
Jeremy Howe and Bobby Hill went into the rooms together at one stage, so they probably got given the news beforehand. Other than that, man, it's just a waiting game now. We get to enjoy Geelong Hawthorn tomorrow, and that's it, really.
Yeah. Okay, so people were saying they've got the teams. Where are the teams? Is it Channel 7? Channel 7? Has fucking Xander Maguire has he released the Hounds a bit earlier?
How to play. Jeremy Howe's been declared fit to play in Saturday's preliminary final against Brisbane.
Yeah, we've seen that. We've seen that much. But have we seen who's out? AFL what? Channel 7.
Can't see anything.
Channel 7 News. Okay. Yeah, righto. Yep. 7 News. It always comes out like 5-10 minutes earlier when it's on Channel 7.
Manny, mate. Lift.
Hey.
He's in Discord, man.
He's back. What do you want? You want more Manny? More Manny now. Manny.
Take yourself off mute, Manny, man. I'm doing all the heavy lifting here, trying to lift the Pies footy community, mate.
All right, I'm leaving it at that, man. You can talk to the Franks. I've got to keep this show rolling, man. See you, champ. Champ,
right.
see ya.
Yeah.
Righto.
Yeah.
All right. How available but not officially in yet? Well, there's multiple tweets suggesting that he's in, so all good. Mitch Cleary, okay. Not Xander Maguire this time. Fit to play or fit to perform? Look, at the end of the day, if Howe is... I'll take an 80% Jeremy Howe at this point. I'll take a 75%. I would. Jared, the teams are supposed to come out at 6:20 on AFL website officially, but Channel 7 always tends to do a number on the AFL website. Sideways jaw action. Don't tempt me, Benny. Don't tempt me to do the sideways jaw action in this stream. It'll take a lot, though. It'll take a lot to get me to do that. It really would, Benny. What's with the language? Use your words. Passion. Passion comes out in many ways, Mr. Mailman. Passion comes out in many ways. 7, get it first. Fit to lift. I love that, Stephanos. He's fit to lift. That's right. Forget fit to perform. Forget fit to play. Jeremy Howe is fit to lift. That's a new one. Love it. Truthfully, lad. Lad. Surely, lad. G'day, Anthony. Thought I saw you in a city. Mr. Timothy Kane. Kane. I was not in a city. I was not. Greatness. We're hearing Jeremy Howe is definitely in. 7 News have somewhat revealed that Will Parker is out, which means Rowan Steele stays in. You live on Punt Road. Very well. You might have seen my brother, Timothy. You might have seen Chris. Melissa with the stickers, the emojis. Love it. Cox is playing, yes, we know that. Bobby Emergency. Curious. That's a curious thought. is he close enough? Is he close enough to be listed as an emergency? That will be. Does that mean anything? Does it mean anything if Bobby's listed as an emergency? Answer me that. Once you cross the boundary line, you are fit to lift. AA. So if Howe is in, that should mean... Well, the thing is, when we did the predicted 23 earlier in the week, we thought you guys wanted Will Parker in if Jeremy Howe is in. I would have thought if Jeremy Howe is in, you go Rowan Steele. But it was like 70% of you were hoping or feeling that Will Parker will play if Jeremy Howe comes in. But I just don't see that happening. Should have 7 news on in the background so you get the early team news. Just have the 7+ app. True. I'll do that. I'll do that. Off Manny. Manny, you're not gonna get it from me, brother. You're not gonna get it from me. You have to get it from me live. In game, I can do it. But I can't do it. I can't do it here. Blessed SDP says, Anth, I know what's going on with Bobby. If you want to send me a private message, I'll fill you in. Mate, you're welcome to message me on Instagram, pies_footy, but you've got to have some validity to it. So, yeah, if you want to, send it there. Post-grand final, we will get it. I am thinking ahead. Let me ask this question. I know we're being proactive, but I just want to ask the question. If Pies make the granny, should we do a post-game show for 30 minutes? Like, should we just do a quick one? Like, after the granny, win, lose, or draw? If we make the granny, win, lose, or draw, should we do a post-game show? I'm wondering, like, if I jump on, aren't people busy celebrating, or are they happy to put 30 minutes to the side? Heard it from a good source. Don't have Insta or anything. You can email me. I mean, I'm really not that bothered, Blessed. Like, I appreciate you wanting to tell me what you know is going on, but yeah, I'm honestly not too bothered. Post game on a Sunday, next day, you reckon? Yeah, okay. Next day, yeah. All right, maybe the next day. Anyways, we've still got some bigger fish to fry firstly, next day. Yep. Okay. Our home ground. It's our house. Sunday night show. Yep. Okay. We'll be all. Most of us will be extremely hungover, win, lose, or draw. So, all right. We're the fucking big boys, says Manny. Have the teams come out on my side on the AFL website? We'll wait for that because then we have the visual and all that good stuff. We'll go like so. Peter Dacos having a sportsman night at Epping Plaza. I mean, they do, these guys, they always do 2 hours after the game, quick 30-minute after the game, then 3 hours next day. Yeah, maybe I'll do a quick spot show and then we can do a big one the next day. My email, Blessed, is anthos.cass@hotmail.com. I'll put it in here. Hotmail.com. Would you guys write Blue Bagger? They're going to both present their own problems. Hey, to be honest, Geelong and Hawthorn. I think they're going to present different problems, and they've always been problematic for us. So I don't have a preference. I really don't. I think they're going to be an issue either way. Benny's all locked in. He's got a hotel room for the grand final. Benny, get that air mattress ready, mate. Get that air mattress ready. If we are there and we win, I mean, I don't know. Might not even need a bed for the grand final weekend. The trench coat, the famous trench coat is hanging on my coat hanger just in front of me. I got a blue one and a white one. Yep. Yeah, Dacos loves a cashy. Yeah, they're always doing shows. We'll do a pre-game show as well if we make the grand final. We'll be awake all night. Benny, don't lie, mate. You'll be in bed, tucked in. I'll be tucking you in to your little hotel bedroom at 11:30 if we're in the granny. You'll be in bed, mate. You'll be in bed. Open up your footy cards. I'll keep it going though. I'll pass the baton on to me after 12, and we'll gather the troops and we'll do you proud. Me and Mick will do you proud. Midnight victory stakes. When we won the grand final in 2023, I watched at the Rosstown, had a drink, had 2 drinks maybe, went home, and then that was it. It was weird. And then I was severely depressed on the Monday because it was like such a big high, natural high. And then like Monday, I just felt so empty. It was so weird. Teams out. All right, let's refresh. Okay, here are the teams. So guys, earlier in the week, 70% of you in the chat in the Predictor 23 suggested that if Jeremy Howe is in, Will Parker will be in as well. But what didn't make sense to me personally is Will Parker is as close to like for like than a Rowan Steele. So it wouldn't make sense to bring in a defender and then take out a forward. You take out a defender for a forward. There's too many halfback. Will Parker he's not really a key defender anyways. Nowhere near the size. Doesn't possess the same defensive traits as a Quaynor, Bruzzy, Perryman. He's a player for the future, yes, potentially. But I think Rowan Steele as a sub would bring more damage into the game forward centre. Great at lowering his eyes. Great execution by foot. Can play wing. Can play forward. Will Parker's just not as versatile as yet. And if you put Will Parker, there's just too many players who are a similar position and can play his role a little bit better, especially when you have to bring in a Jeremy Howe. So you got Perryman, Houston, Quaynor, Josh, even Jack Crisp, even Nick Dacos, who can play a role better than Will Parker. But anyways, it is what it is. It's a good decision in my opinion. I'm happy with that. They've got Dan Houston. I mean, they've got this like lineup is all over the place, isn't it? Josh Dacos on the wing, Ned Long here. We'll probably see Dan Houston to start the wing. You might get Josh Dacos for a couple centre bounces, see if he can catch a heater or something. Still side bottom listed half forward flank. That's something that we saw against Adelaide. Old mate Benny Zero called that. I don't know where he got it from. But he called still side bottom to the forward line for the qualifying final against the Crows. Mason Cox forward. The big question is, who does Harris Andrews get assigned to? I like what Manny said. I like putting a Jamie Elliott on a Harris and forcing Harris to follow Jamie Elliott, because Jamie Elliott loves leading up to the ball. He loves leading back to goal. So keeping Harris Andrews accountable. You look at what Jack Gunston was able to do against Mark Keane. I think Jack Gunston's leading patterns were elite and just made Mark Keane think, should I be playing an intercept role here or should I be playing on Jack Gunston's hip attached to him? In the end, he stuck to I'm just gonna play loose and go to where I think the ball will land. But there was clearly a focus on, if you see Jack Gunston, lower your eyes, because he's going to be playing off Mark Keane. Mark Keane's going to be predicting that long ball. We're going to hit him up short. So I think Jamie Elliott's a great assignment. We did a Jamie Elliott on a Stephen May. The thing that went wrong for Jamie Elliott against Stephen May was for the first 3 quarters, our path into the 50 was very slow and uninspiring and high, which plays into Stephen May's game. And he is quite versatile anyway, Stephen May. But then once the ball started rolling, May could not get near Jamie Elliott. So why can't we do the same for Harris Andrews? I do love that idea. In lieu of Bobby out, sidey forward is a genius move. He's clean, high IQ, can lace it up or snap a goal or two. And that's, to be fair, John, we've hardly talked, in this whole Bobby Hill conversation, we haven't given Steele side bottom his flowers as the forward that he was in that qualifying final. So it's crazy. In my mind, I feel horrible for not mentioning that all week. The fact that Steele side bottom is essentially playing that Bobby Hill role one way or another, and he's scoring goals and doing what he's doing. So it hurts less when Steele side bottom is able to have an impact inside forward 50. So interesting there. Emergencies, Bobby Hill's not even here. So you got McStay, Will Parker, and the hyphen. Some of you did mention the hyphen throughout the week, but he does not get there in the end. Brisbane go in unchanged. And that means you're going to get a good dosage of Darcy Fort and Big O rotating through the forward line. So that will be a curious one to watch. But, you know, I mean, you got Mason Cox and Darcy Cameron doing the exact same thing on the other side of the field. Big Geordie, JDG performance. We love that. That's what we want. What else? What else are we saying? Blue Bagger says 2 massive prelims coming up. Looking forward to both games. It's a cracker for the the general fan, but it's a nail biter for those involved. So it is what it is. How lucky is Rowan Steele? Mid-season selection bypass Allen and others. Hope he takes his opportunity with both hands. And that's a great show of faith. He has jumped ahead of someone like Ed Allen. And you know what? Ultimately, with when it comes to Ed Allen versus a Rowan Steele, in the here and now, what's getting Rowan Steele selected is his quality use by foot. And he hasn't had much time to impact on the field because he's been the sub more often than not. But we've seen enough of it to understand that Rowan Steele is a bit more. He's got more quality using the ball than Ed Allen, and that's what's keeping Ed Allen out of the side, who is an inside midfielder being asked to play on the wing at AFL level. He doesn't have the traits required to play on the wing with the ball in hand. Without the ball, great. He could be an intercepting defensive wingman who could also roll forward. But he's not really doing that either as a winger, and he's not good by foot. He has a great endurance tank, but there's just, the ball, the marking ability with his height, the aerial presence that he should demand, the kicking that he needs to have as a winger, he doesn't have that. So that's why Rowan Steele is ahead of those like Ed Allen. I mean, if you want to throw Will Parker in there, albeit different positions, he's ahead of the hyphen. He's ahead of Finlay McRae, clearly. He's ahead of a lot of the draftees. I mean, Jacob Ryan and TJ being injured, but I don't think they get a game over Rowan Steele at this point. So he's come from a long way, but Collingwood tend to defy the odds in the mid-season draft, and we continue to bring great players. Like if you look at our list in years gone by, and now you got Ned Long, who's a mid-season draftee. You got Rowan Steele, mid-season draftee. You got John Noble, who was that. You got Ash Johnson, who was at times. So, yeah, we tend to do well through different means of player acquisition, all right? So that's the good thing. All the best clubs are recruiting that way, and you just got to look at it. You just got to, I mean, Hawthorn, Jai Newcomb, you know. Classic Chris locked into the game. What happened here? Tension was high within the game. What do I miss here? Laughing on the inside. You remember, Ben? They're breaking down. Yeah, Benny, we keep talking about that, how that the comment. Yeah, Chris. So Madison, who's often in the chat, he watched the game with myself, Chris, and Benny at our house. And I think Adelaide got on a little run in the third quarter and he was panicking. Madison goes, "Oh, they're breaking down. It's all over. It's all falling down." And Chris lost it. Chris lost it. He's like, "Sit the fuck down," or something like that. Because Madison is a pessimist at heart. Like he loves the club, obviously, but as soon as something negative happens, he capitulates. He absolutely tumbles down the hill and just gathers pessimism on the way down. He's doom. He is the epitome of doom and gloom. When things are going well, it's this. Shh, 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 shh. He doesn't say anything because it's, I don't know. He's weird. He's attracted to the negativity, the negative energy at times when it comes to the Collingwood Football Club. So Chris told him, but Chris said if Madison watches the game with us on Saturday, Chris is going to grab him by the collars before he walks into the room, and Chris is going to give him a stern talking to as to what will be deemed appropriate comment throughout the course of the game. But same thing goes for you, Chris. You Frank. You lose it without like reason sometimes. Benny, you remember how many times I had to tell Chris to calm down? Some of the things he was saying, oh my goodness. Like, I'm all for beating up a player live emotionally when they're not doing well, but sometimes they would be half a second before making a decision and it's not even right or wrong yet, and he's already losing it. He's like, Ned Long's about to pick the ball, and he's going, pick up the ball. It's like, bro, he's picking up the ball. He's been our best player. Ned Long was one of our best players against Adelaide. Pick up the fucking... Relax, man. So, yeah. Now, lad. Shocks, lad. Not to the talent of my level, lad. No, lad. Truthfully, lad. Lad. Would I take Stevenson back? Probably not. Probably not. I think if his journey is to continue at AFL level, it's somewhere else. And I wish him all the best. I do. I really mean that. All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. We're going to do a pre-game show at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Guys, quickly, 6 p.m. or it's a Friday night, so I'm mindful. 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. for the pre-game show tomorrow. Quickly in the chat. I'll put a quick poll. Don't leave yet. Just give me a chance. If you know the reference, you know. Just give me a chance. Pre-game show tomorrow. What time? 5 p.m. 6 p.m. Well, obviously, we're doing a pre-game show again on a Saturday. This is the pre-game show. We'll talk about May tomorrow. Voidoid. I'm coaching, so you go on TV. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. All right, it seems like it's unanimously a 6 p.m.er. Steven has 8.2 mil. Anytime for me. Brilliant, brilliant. Cool, cool, cool. Cool. No doubt. Cool. Righto. All right. 10 more votes. Get us to 30 votes, and then I'll make my decision. Yeah, we're just never gonna know, are we? Ian? We can speculate, but it could be the case. It could not be. We probably won't know until Bobby's, for another 12 months. 8:30, guys. 8:30 preview stream. Magpie Army Chronicles. Get around him in the chat. 25 votes. Give me a few more, just so we know it's unanimous. That's 27 votes. 3 more votes. 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. Steven Oskick. Come on, Lions. Don't disappoint me like Carlton. There it is. There's the blue bagger. There's the blue bagger in him. All right, cool. 6 p.m. it is. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. Don't forget, Magpie Army Chronicles, 8:30 tonight. Get around him. It's a talk back. A lot of you will have the opportunity to jump on if you wish to. So until tomorrow, we'll see you guys for the pre-game show. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, go Pies.